Welcome to the Soul Tribe Podcast. The Soul Tribe Podcast was created to help you navigate through the world of spirituality, wellness, and self-development in an easy, grounded, and relatable way. We break down everything from the Akashic Records, manifesting, spirituality, and so much more. We want to help expand your boundaries and bring the spiritual world to you in a fun and easy way. Get ready to be inspired with tips, tools, and easy to digest information. Let's do this.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Soul Tribe Podcast with Lorena and I. Today we're going to do a bit of a different episode that Lorena thought of the idea, and I thought, oh, that is a really good idea. And it actually came because we keep seeing, hearing, being sent, finding out, being told, all those things and above and all the above. At some point, things that maybe somebody channeled, heard another channel say, or someone, really believes that and looked into that. And there's just so many enchanting stories, if you want to call them.
Yeah. That's a good way.
Yeah, enchanting stories and enchanting versions of what might be we are, where we are, how our world functions, how our channels function, whatever. Like literally we've heard about everything. And sometimes we'll hear it and go, "What?" And my Lucia mind first goes, that doesn't sound right. And then of course I utilize my connection with the Akashic Records to go, is this true? And I usually confirm what Lucia mind thought, which is, yeah, that's not so true, or that's not so aligned. Well, Lucia's mind says it's not true. The Akashic Records usually go, no, that's not so aligned with.
Or what intention does this person have? Or are they really trying to be, are they really trying to help, or are they not?
So I don't know if you'd categorize them differently, but if I had to divide, let's say that I see a specific channeling, and we're not naming anybody in this podcast. We're not going to talk about any names. Even if anybody emails us asking us about specific names, we're not here to dish out anybody or give our opinions about anybody. We're here to get you guys to do that thing that Akashic Records tells us all to do, which is question everything. And that means people. That means even us. Question us, man. Question everything.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And so let's say that I see a social media video of someone talking about something, one of those enchanting stories. I think in the way that Akashic Records show them to me and that have showed them to me, I could literally right now divide that into two. The intentions, two. Intention number one of this person could be, they genuinely think that they're properly connecting and they're getting information that's very true and valid. And maybe that's not so, sometimes we're tapping in to other things, or sometimes we're tapping into more of our ego, which, anybody who's done the course with us knows that there's a huge aspect to channeling and the ego. So maybe they're tapping into the ego and it's not really something that's truly connected with the universe and our sacred information. That's one category I could put it under. So their intention isn't bad. They're just maybe not properly doing it. And I would categorize the other side being they just want more followers. They just want more money. They just care to be popular. They just care to have, credibility, followings, being known. They want to be famous. I don't know. There's so many things I could say under that list. But the intention there is I'm just going to say any enchanting story to get followers. And if they believe it, I'm going to go with it.
Yeah, my gosh. So much to say here. And like Lucy said, we're not here to call anybody out. This is just something we keep seeing and people bring to our attention. And we think it's important to talk about it to empower ourselves, because that's what we're all about, right? And if any of you have studied with us or done a course with us or had a reading with us, we're not here to tell you that we know everything. We're not here to tell you that we have it all figured out, because we don't. And we're learning as we go. So that's when someone does come forward and starts maybe saying, this is the way this is. There's no black and white. This is the way it works. This is how, like, I've been blessed with this thing, and now I'm able to help all these people and do all the, like, you know, like gurus, right? Like, there's a lot of cults and stuff of people starting to believe a person because that's, you know, what they're saying to me is like, when I say I have my Akashic records open, they're saying to me, it's like, there's this thing now where we can consider these huge followings of people as little cults as well. You're not maybe getting together physically, but you're starting to idolize somebody and look at them as this person that's above you, and that they have this power and this energy and this kind of way of being that blinds you to the reality of what they're coming, like with their intention and why they're doing what they're doing. And there's a lot of people that do things that they do with all the best intentions. And there's a lot of people that are pure hearted and all that. So this isn't to generalize in any way. This is just to say, make sure that when you are connecting with people that you're really using your intuition and figuring out, like, is this story really just capturing me and making me feel special and making me feel like I can just idolize this person more, even though they might be BSing me, and then I believe them and I'm forking over all this money to them because that's the way it is, right?
Or maybe not even that. Like, maybe you're not even forking over money. Maybe you just...
Your attention and energy.
Your attention and energy is going to that.
That's just as valuable.
Yeah. I mean...
Just as valuable.
It's funny because two things came up in my mind while you were saying that. Both have to do with Foster. One, Foster said, in our last episode, Foster said, when he joined the shamanic, was it the Hopi or the shamanic group?
The Hopis, yeah, maybe.
The Hopi, sorry, I said it really badly, sorry about it. His father was concerned that he was
in a cult.
He was in a cult, yeah. That's the first thing that came to my mind while you were saying that. And so, yeah, sometimes you'll be like, wait, is this a real movement, or is this just like, just make sure that it's not a cult, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because once you're in it, you totally convinced, you'll make excuses for that. Because breaking down the belief system, maybe you've been there for half a year or a year, or working with those people or following them for half a year, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh no, they don't have the best intentions. They don't want the best for me, and I'm probably in a cult. That's a massive blow to the ego. And that's like a mind, right? A mind blow up. Like, it might be too hard to handle. So you'll start continuing to create excuses for the movement, for the person, for whatever, the religion, whatever it is. You'll start creating excuses and be like its biggest defense system.
And you'll find yourself defending that person or those things.
Yep.
And I think the thing here is no one has all the answers. No one knows everything. And we're always evolving as humans in this life. So what we're saying today might change tomorrow, and how you feel today might change tomorrow. So this is where I think absolutes and like no grays in the middle, like that just can't exist. That, you know, we need to be able to see everything and be able to judge for ourselves. And this is like the decentralizing, right? Why are people moving away from big cities? Why are people investing in Bitcoin and decentralized kind of crypto? Why are people starting to do things for themselves and starting to grow their own plants and have a farm and live in communities? It's because of the fact that we put so much energy and time into giving people power that we don't realize that we actually just need to bring the power back to ourselves to get those answers. Doesn't mean you're not going to rely on people for things, because we still need to do that as humans in this life. But it's like I'm not putting all of my eggs in one basket. I'm not believing everything, and I'm going to use my critical thinking and my intuition and everything to see if what they're saying is okay or if it's right. And if we look back in history, then we're going to realize that there are a lot of people that don't have our best intention. Be it government-wise, be it because of like cults and things those people didn't think they were in a cult. They thought they were in this awesome group and community.
The only cult I can think of off the top of my head was the Nike shoe one. What was it? Do you remember that? This happened when we were in school in the United States. I think it was in California. They all wore Nike shoes, and the apocalypse was coming, and they all like drank something or something.
I forgot the name of it, but yeah. But I'm also thinking, like, I don't know if anybody watched on, like, these are extreme cases.
No, these are super extreme
right?
cases, but yeah.
Yeah. We want to bring this down a little bit more to earth, more tangible. But if you guys even watch that documentary on Netflix, what is it? Wild, what was it with Osho?
Oh, I started watching it.
So good. Yes. So amazing. And I mean, not to discredit him, because I think there's things that he did that were interesting, but also look at the people that were involved in that. It affected so many people.
I didn't finish watching it, but I think my understanding, the conclusion that most people got from it, because I didn't finish it, it was that he didn't have the bad intentions. It was the people following him that ended up creating a kind of like a mafia set, right?
I think it was a mix of stuff, yeah. I don't remember. I watched it like over a year and a half ago, and I tend to forget things, but it was pretty bad, and he disappeared. And then no one could find him. Like, why would you run away from something? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Getting away from the cults, because I don't want to talk about cults here.
But the other thing I was going to say to you was that Christos and Foster had put the idea up that we do one day an episode about false gurus with I think it was with Foster.
I'd love to do that with
so we need to do that. That will be like kind of like a follow-up to this one, you know. But yeah, go on. Sorry, go on to what you're saying.
So, yeah, getting away from cults, because I think it's such an extreme thing, and I don't think that's, you know, it doesn't feel like that's where we want to go with this. We want to go more to the tangible stuff, like who are you following? Who are you listening to? Where are you getting your information from? Who are you believing? And how deeply are you believing them? Are you questioning everything? Like,
to make it less extreme, I can think of something off the top of my head that I've heard, not from one person, a lot of people I've heard say this. That the Pleiadians are going to come down and save us all? Yeah, you're going to die waiting in your rocking chair for the Pleiadians to come down and save you, because the only individuals that signed up to save Earth are the ones that are incarnated in it, aka us, you, all of us. Like, that's why we always talk about light beings and light workers and aligning with yourself and intuition, because you are the savior. We are the savior. So the Pleiadians are not going to... I'm not saying they don't assist us. Maybe they do. Maybe the Arcturians assist us. Maybe the Pleiadians assist us. Maybe whoever you want to, like, think about, you know... I'm not saying they don't help us, but they're not going to come save us. That belief system that an alien race is going to come down and save us. No.
Yeah.
That's literally, why would you even come to Earth? The soul said, I'm just thinking in a funny way, like the soul before before coming to Earth and like did the contract and goes, ooh, I got a really good idea. I'm going to incarnate on that really shitty era. So I'll be there for 2020. And I want to be there 7 years later when the Pleiadians come down and save everybody. It's going to be amazing. I just want to live through the whole thing. Right? Like, no, the contract would have been more like, you know what? 2020 looks like it's going to be really difficult. I think I have something really amazing to give to Earth. I think my abilities will up the game and help us break through the system.
It's literally disempowering you when someone says that.
That's true.
It's so disempowering. You can't save. It's like you don't make a difference. And it depends on all of us for this situation, for anything to change, for every single one of us to wake up and to see what's going on and to take action and to make changes.
That reminds me of a meme. Because one day I was having a discussion with my partner, and I was getting, you know, the warrior in me. I was like, no, because we have to do something about this. We have to talk about it. People need to know about this. And I was getting all passionate about it. And Sandra says to me, you're just one person. What are you going to do on your own? You're going to try to get everybody to see it and know about it? Like, just leave it alone. And I remember he's like, you're just one person. You can't do that. You can't do it. And then I saw a meme, and I sent it to him. And the meme, it was really funny. The meme, it says, I think it's something like, if you think you're too little to make a difference, try sitting in a room with a mosquito.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And that's a small way of thinking about it. Like, a very closed-minded way of thinking about it. It's like, it does make a difference, because if you speak up and say something that you feel is important, and that could make a difference, someone else might hear that and then start also advocating for that and helping.
Yeah. So maybe you talk to 20 people and one of those 20 people listened and went, whoa, let me look into that. And then that person told 20 people and one of those people, and then boom, 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 boom.
And if we all worked in that energy of like, well, I'm not going to do this because it'll only affect one person. So why should I even do it? Well, that's why you should do it, because it could affect positively one person. Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That's I think also this mentality that we've gotten into in this life of like, how many followers do I have? How many people are liking my post? Like, does it matter? Just get your message out. Yeah. Just do it. Empower yourself. There's a reason you're here. Don't waste it.
That's why you'll get a lot of people making up these enchanting grand stories or grand ideas or versions of what they want to believe or possibly do really believe or do think they're channeling. Sometimes it's like, ooh, a lot of people are going to like to read this. I'll get more followers or, whatever it is that's in their mind. So I've had people that I've followed that I'm like, ooh, I really like what this person's saying. And then I'll follow them. And then it'll get to a point where they start bringing it up too much or doing it too big or making it too grand. And I'll be like, yeah, that's my limit.
And that's great. You should put your limits. I think there's things that...
Yeah.
Another thing, I think, it's like, we have our energy. We have, we work hard to create this high vibration inside of us to look at our shadows, to take care of ourselves. There's a lot of things that we need to be doing now to take care of our energy, our immune system, to really feel empowered. And at the same time, there's so many things sucking that from us. So we need to be really selective as to what we're taking into our energy field. And at the same time, I'm just going to go into like why, like we always talk about why we started this podcast, but at the same time, it's like when we started this podcast, we have had our own teachers, right? That have taught us different things, different modalities. And we've always been attracted to, and we've attracted them. We're not attracted. They've come into our life for a reason, their energy, whatever it is, with people that really are very straightforward with the way they teach. It's like, I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to try to make it look all magical. Like, this is the way it works. If you want to do it, you just got to do it. And you just need to understand it, put in the work, right? So that goes with your healing. That goes with anything. It's like, there's no way to bypass that time. There's no way for you to just like have a shortcut to it. Like, it's not like tomorrow you're going to start channeling or tomorrow you're going to start understanding everything. No, you need to put time and energy into it every single day.
And that happened to us as well. We did the course and we went through the process that all our students are going through. It's just that we're them more than 10 years later.
Yeah.
And that's why we're able to feel a little bit more connected and feel confident and know, because we've gone through that whole process of, building it up, getting there, understanding how it functions. And yeah, like you said, our teachers didn't tell these grand stories. Our teachers literally were like, this is how you connect. This is what you need to do. Now you need to get to work.
And they weren't special. Like, I think if I look back at all the people that I've learned from, even today, none of them have it all figured out. None of them say that they know everything. None of them will tell you this is how it is and there's no other way to look at this. None of them. It's just not the way that it is. And if you do find yourself in a situation where someone's telling that to you, it's like, hey, don't listen to this other person because they don't know what they're talking about. It's like, we're not here to do that either. What we're here to do is to tell you, be careful. Be careful who you allow to teach and who you allow into your energy field, because that can impact the way that you also not only feel about yourself, but about what you're doing and what you do with your energy. And that
can
could
either empower you or limit you.
Exactly. And we're all about empowering people. We're all about giving out information in a very direct, clear way.
And maybe
don't want to go around in circles. That might not suit
everybody. Just maybe our intention, I know my intention. People obviously are not in my head. I know my intention, and it's to really just share what I'm really getting, and it's to really share what I've gone through and learned in these years with the Akashic Records, and also without the Akashic Records at times. But it's like, you got to know that you need to be the first level of intuition. That's really important. Like, you got to know that this is the path for me. Like, someone could be telling you something, be like, no, but this really feels like I'm supposed to be doing that. Well, then that's probably what you're supposed to do. No matter if the tarot reader, the astrologer, like whatever, the Akashic reader, whatever, then that must be true for you. If you feel it so profoundly, that must be true for you. You know what I mean?
You might have to learn something through that decision you make. You know, there's a reason for that. Always. Don't let anybody doubt you, like allow you to doubt yourself or your own intuition. And that's where I'd be a little concerned, you know, where someone's pulling you out of that energy of empowerment and knowing yourself and understanding yourself and making your own decisions. If, you know, people that you allow into your life, be it through a reading, friendships, they all should empower you to be the best version of yourself, not tell you how to be it. You know, it's I'll show you how to be it because I'm doing it myself. I'm being the most authentic version of myself. I'm showing up as that, and that allows you to do the same. And that's the same with a teacher or anybody.
Yeah. And then also, not everybody is going to be attracted to the same person. Maybe for you need a person that's going to talk to you this way, and that's going to make it really like hit home for you. And a good example is us. We both channel really differently. People are attracted to, you know, one to you, one to me. And so there might be someone that's actually giving out truths and really sharing genuine information, but maybe the way the person delivers it, because that's how they are and their channel is, maybe that person doesn't suit you because you just don't get it. It doesn't hit you the right way. So that's also a thing.
Yeah, we're not all, and we always even say that in our courses. It's like, if you're here today, it's because you're attracted to the way we teach. You're attracted to the way that we deliver the messages. That there's a reason you're here. You have to trust that. That goes with anything in your life. But I think a lot of times we get into this place of fear and doubting ourselves, and that we just cling on to anybody that can give us the answers and tell us everything and allow us to start like not listening to ourselves because they can tell us everything. And that's not the way it should work ever. You should never depend on somebody in that sense. You need to listen to yourself, especially now with all that's going on in the world. The more we can like decentralize that and bring that into ourselves and really make that our home, the better.
And sometimes you're ready to listen to certain things and not ready to listen to others. I mean, I can think what I was talking the other day about the last episode about the parallel lives thing that I had an experience. I don't know, Lorena, how long ago was it? 12 years ago that I did my first Akashic course, and the teacher talked about parallel lives, and I said, nope, totally can't accept that right now. And I like left in that little box of maybe I'll revisit that one day, right? And literally 12 years later, I'm just accepting it.
Yeah.
I'm just accepting
for sure.
it.
There's a lot of things like that for me too.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So it doesn't mean it's not true in that case. It just means I wasn't ready to accept it, know it, hear it. It was too much.
Yeah, it's also this idea of like not judging. It's like, what is this? Like, I think always try to look for the intention behind everything, right? It's what intention is this person coming forward with, and does that align with what I want and what I need in my life? That's it.
Yeah. In my case, this time around, it was coming from a teacher that I really believed and I really admired. And so there was, in my mind at least, there was no place of, it's not true what she's saying. It was, dude, I can't accept that right now.
Yeah, you just knew that it wasn't for you at that moment.
Yeah.
Which is valid. You know, that's valid. Not everybody's open to waking up and seeing things all at one time. Sometimes you have stages, sometimes you have steps, and you have to respect that and not push yourself to a limit where it's like you have to like force yourself to believe something, and then you don't channel it, because if you're not aligned with it and it's not part of like your being, then you're probably not going to channel about it anyway.
No, if it's not aligned with you, you're not going to channel it. They're not going to they're not going to make you see things, feel things, know things that you're not ready to, or that you're just not going to give any interest to at all, because they're just wasting your time as well.
Yeah.
So
100%.
So just yeah, I just want to make sure that people don't, if it sounds grandiose, do you say grandiose? Grandiose. If I get grandioso, if it sounds grandiose, and if it sounds enchanting and beautiful and amazing, put that in the maybe box.
Or not even the maybe, just look at it from every angle. And like I said, I think here is, what are the intentions? Why is this person saying all these things? What are they gaining out of this if it's not true? Or are they really genuinely trying to give you a message and communicate with you and trying to connect with you because they know they can help you and they're doing it out of their pure love? Because I do feel like there's certain, and I've read things all over on social media of like people, like, I don't even know names here because they were just general groups that I'm in. It's like, I got a reading from this person and this person made me feel horrible.
Oh, really?
And it wasn't, and this isn't like Akashic Records. This is like, I guess, like psychic stuff, where they said things that were, first of all, didn't come true. But second of all, they said things about, I don't know. I don't even want to go into details. But the person ended up leaving the reading feeling like crap, feeling worried. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes there are going to be things that maybe aren't aligned. Like, you're a little worried about it. But, when we're talking about dark energies and things like that, like someone to come forward and make you feel even more worried and not even give you a solution for it or help you through that. Like, wow, the person's really instilling fear. So you go back to them and ask them for more answers, or I don't know what their intention is. Do you think that's one of the
intentions? I don't know.
I do feel like there's certain people that do readings that might not have good intentions.
Well, that's the whole thing why we're taking so much time for level 2. We're not going to let just anybody in for level 2, because we're really concerned about, we're giving someone the tool to start becoming an Akashic Records reader, and that means they're going to affect other people. And we're really concerned about that because we only want to give those tools. It's not an ability. We really want to give those tools to people that are actually going to bring their heart in and do it from a good place and a genuine place. Like, I just really want to
part
help.
of their purpose is to do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that they feel exactly the way we feel when we do a reading.
The other thing we haven't figured out is how to truly know that someone's prepared for that, and but I guess we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I know. I have ideas, and I've had downloads about that. So, and I think really when we sat down to do this episode, it was more like, it's just about empowering you. Everything you do, it needs to empower you. It can't make you feel more separated or like someone's above you. No one's above anybody. I want to say that because I think there's a lot of people out there that are making you feel less than, not worthy of, not good enough, that you can't do things on your own. There's a reason why we help people learn level 1 and why we're moving on to level 2, because we want to empower people. We don't want people depending on us their whole lives. We want to be able to give people those tools to be able to help others and keep moving this chain of energy forward, right? But when I find situations and stories of people feeling less than and like they're idolizing these people that channel or download or say these like crazy stories of what they, I don't know, like what was it that you said?
Enchanting stories?
Magic, enchanting stories. Yeah, it's like really think about it, like really think about how that's affecting you and what their intention is. That's all I want to say, because I think that's my worry.
I think it's funny when you'll hear versions of I'm bringing a bunch of stories into one, but a story kind of like, because we're coming into this stage in the year, and then we're going to connect with this energy, and all of your problems are going to be dissolved, and the Pleiadians are going to come down, and they're going to bring us their ships, and you're going to no, they're not going to do that. Your karma's not going to be fixed in a second because of some energy is going to come into Gaia. You literally are here to do that work.
You need to do your own shadow work, figure it out, do the hard work.
Literally, your soul signed up for that, and you think you want the magic pill for it?
There is no magic pill.
No.
There's no magic pill to feeling connected, to spirituality, to your shadow work. Like, it's literally you putting your head down and doing the work.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. That's the only power you have.
And the other thing, this is not really the same category, but it just came to mind that they're kind of like giving to me to help people no longer wait for that magic pill, I guess you could say. I talk to people, and this happened today, before yesterday. Like, I don't know, lately I've been having a lot of conversations with a lot of people, and I'll hear the person go, but this, but that, but this, but it's too difficult, but I need money, but I can't get away from here, but I can't, but, right? Okay, stop. Like the Lucia comes out, I don't care about your butts. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just start the process. I don't care.
Stop holding yourself back.
Yeah, just do it. No more butts.
If we really think about it, it's only us holding us back generally. Like, most cases, if we start to dissect the issue and why we're not doing something, usually it's us. We put an excuse. We feel we're not worthy. We're stuck somehow because we feel like we need to follow this path and not that one because of what people will think or what our parents have told us or our trauma from our childhood. It's all of that holds us back constantly.
Yeah. And then, so I'm thinking about, I lost it. I was thinking about
I interrupted you.
Because I don't know. I was waiting for you to finish, but also I was thinking about something it's like we need to just open the door and begin the process. Stop it with the buts because of this, because of that, but just stop it. Like, and I'm coming from a place of like experience. I've done that quite a few times. Where everyone around me is like, no, Lucia, this, no, that. I'm like, I don't know, but I'm going to do it. I don't know, I'm going to do it. I don't know, going to do it. Barely any money, but I'm doing it anyways. Barely, I don't have a visa to go to visit there, but I'm going to do it anyways. I don't have a residency to move there. I'm going to do it anyways.
You've defied gravity. Like, you've defied everything. Like, there's moments I look back, I'm like, how the heck did she do it? Not only did she have everybody against her, but she had everything. Like, if anybody saw it from the outside, they'd be like, she had no money. She didn't know where to go. She had no contacts. So many times. But I think you're so strong-willed and you're so focused that you somehow, and you don't take no for an answer. Like, I remember even when you were in Mexico and you were like, well, I'm not leaving until you give me a job. Like, I'm not leaving. I'm staying here. I'm going to come back every day if I have to.
I remember I went to immigration in Mexico to try to get a residency because they had finally given me a job and they said, well, you need to process your own residency. And I remember going to immigration and it was harder than getting a residency for a Mexican in the U.S. I said, these Mexicans, what's up with this? Like, a Hispanic can't get residency in Mexico, it's hard, and you guys, the Mexicans can't go to the U.S. Like, let's just all give each other a break and give like, with that. It was so hard. So you'd expect Mexicans to be kinder about it and be like, oh, well, you know what, we know exactly what that immigration process is like. Here, let me help you out. You know?
They don't care. No one cares.
It was they had changed the law six months before, and I don't know what else. But, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know. And this was a job that I wanted since I don't know, years. And when I talked about it, everyone's like, yeah, everybody wants to do that. It's just a dream people have. No, it's not a dream of people. I'm just going to do it. Why does it have to stay a dream?
Yeah.
It's like, what?
That's you, though. Not a lot of people have that energy. Not a lot of people that I know have that energy.
So it's not that I'm special, and it's not that I'm amazing. It literally is what Christos was talking about in one episode. The universe has this little thing over here. Oh, you want this? Well, we have 5 of them, for example.
Grab it.
Grab it. If you don't grab it, someone else is going to grab it. I was actually saying this today to one of my good friends. We were talking about something that he wanted to do. And I was like, remember what Christos said? That's totally what it is. It's like the universe has opportunity. Like, get it now for a limited time option, right?
Like, if someone will take it if you don't.
If Lucia doesn't take it, then Lorena will take it. But somebody take it, right? So
it's also, I think, how bad you want something, right? It's how bad you want it. How hard are you going to work towards it? Because if you don't want it bad enough, you're not going to want to put in the work, the time, the effort, and you're just going to sit there and just watch Netflix.
There's something that I was told once that I've confirmed it already. I was told in an Akashic Records reading that I had been given by a really good friend of mine. I was going through a rough time. I was like, oh, I need somebody to read me. And I went to get a reading with her. And she said to me, the Akashic Records are constantly putting you to the test. And when you really want something, they'll give it to you. It's taken away to see if you really want to get it again. Now, this happened to me with that job in Mexico. I got it. It was taken away, and I got it again.
Yeah.
This happened to me with the residency here in Holland. I got it. It was taken away, and I got it again. And now I'm going through the same process with the residency. I'm trying to get my residency back in Cayman. I got it. It was taken away. I'm now getting it again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's true. If you really want something, they're like, okay, let's see if you really want it. If you don't really want it, okay, we're gonna take it away. Just keep it out away. If you really want it, come get it again. So there also is a thing that's like little tests like that.
I agree. I think that's for a lot of people, and certain things in your life. Maybe not everything, but things that are going to make a difference.
No, it's not with everything,
could change things.
But it's with like certain things that are more like election. Like you can elect it, you can decide it.
You can decide it.
Yeah,
exactly.
like I'm deciding I'm going to get residency for Holland. Oh, I need to decide if I want it again.
Yeah.
In my case, it was Brexit that happened, but I had the portal to decide to go through the whole paperwork process again or not.
Yep. That's a really good point you make there. I think that should make a lot of you think a little bit more about what decisions you make and what you're holding yourself back from. Don't hold yourself back anymore. Like, just do it. And if you don't do it, it's because you don't want it bad enough.
I think
let it go.
Yeah, I have it. I've definitely not nailed manifestation, which is I'm still trying to figure out the gist of it, and I think it's a little bit different for. I also don't think there's a one set rule. I think so either. Yeah, I think that depends on the person, the karma they're bringing in, what they're here to do, what they're here to learn. So I think there's a lot of things about it. I think there's not one formula perfect for everybody, but I think that when you say to the universe, I want this. No, I really want this. Like, I don't know how it's just saying that's the times that I managed to make something happen for me, at least this worked for me by mistake. I did it. It was like, but yeah, Lucia, but you don't have money. Yeah, I know, but I'm going to do it anyways. But how are you going to do it? I don't know, but I'm going to do it. That was always my answer. All those times that I manifested something super crazy in my life, I responded the truth to everybody around me. Yeah, I don't have that. Nope, don't have money. Nope, don't have a job. Nope, don't have residency. Nope, don't have my plane ticket yet. But how are you going to do it? I don't know, I'm going to do it. Yeah, but Lucia, seriously, be grounded. Like, come back to reality. How are you going to do it? Come back to earth. Yeah, come back to earth. Like, how do you do it? I don't know, I'm just going to do it. And so I think that there's also an aspect to going, yeah, I don't have it perfectly set up. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but I just know I'm going to do it. But I know.
Yeah, I know I'm going to get there, and I want it bad enough that I'll do everything I can to get there. Because it's also you putting action. It's not like, okay, I'll just sit here and let it happen. Some of these things that you want to manifest, you need to take lots of action. Sign papers, fill out forms, talk to people, send emails. Like, it can mean a lot of things. So I think a lot of people think, oh, it'll just happen. No, you have to do the work before and then set it out into the universe and let it come.
And sometimes there'll be a little test in there.
100%, yeah.
When I was leaving for Mexico, Mom was about to get surgery last minute. And if I didn't take that flight, I would have lost the course that I paid for, the flight that I paid for, that I had I didn't have that much money. Everything that I already set up, I was leaving in a few days, and then last minute Mom had the call that she was going to get surgery. And if I had not gone, I knew Mom was going to be okay. Mom didn't know she was going to be okay, but for some reason, I was like, you're going to be fine. I know you're going to be fine. But
yeah, I remember you saying that.
I totally knew it. I knew she was going to be fine. And Mom was very worried that she wasn't. And I know that she was upset that I left, but I was like, I know that I have to do this. I know that I have to do this. And I knew it.
Looking back now, it's like, yeah, you had to do it.
I had to do it. I had no other option. She was very angry at me, and I understand that she was angry at me, but I knew, and that's a good example, like I knew from the bottom of my heart that I had to go on that journey, and it took me to where I am now. I wouldn't even be here if I hadn't done that.
You wouldn't be there, no way.
I wouldn't have ended up in Cayman. I wouldn't have had my daughter. You wouldn't be in Cayman, Lorena, if I hadn't gone.
I probably wouldn't, no.
No, you wouldn't.
No.
You wouldn't.
No.
I had to go, and so I want to the reason I'm telling the story is, remember in the part of this episode I said, this person saying I should do this, this person doing this tarot reader saying this is going to happen, whatever person that you're getting read by is saying, but I feel in the bottom of my heart, I really, really feel that I need to do this one thing over here. Well, then you know what? Do it. You're aligned with your plan. You know you need to do it. Just do it. So there's tests sometimes. Yeah.
There are tests. And we have to expect those.
Yeah.
We can't expect everything to always be smooth sailing, right? It's like sometimes we'll get tested, but it's to test us to see how bad we want something, how much you want to work towards it.
Yeah.
And to learn to not give up. We can't give up. The first problem or thing that comes up, we can't give up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Well,
so now you can say we went all over the place.
Yeah, now we all went. But there's always a reason to everything we say because we have our Akashic records open. I want to believe that. So yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will be back next week with a new episode, of course. And just to give a heads up to everybody, we do still have our Patreon. So we do monthly channelings on there that are a little bit deeper, profound, and different topics than here. And we also do individual channelings every month. And we're going to be doing our next Zoom call for our Patreon. So if you guys are interested in being a part of that, definitely check out our Patreon, sign up, and join our little group there, and get a chance to go on a Zoom call and chat about everything under the sun, basically.
Yeah, everything.
And yeah, connect with us in a different way if that's something that's calling out to you.
We're a little bit more raw on the Patreon. We're more open, and we talk about both aspects of life. The harder stuff to talk about and the lighter stuff like we do here. But we go a little bit deeper, like you're saying. I think it's another way of saying it. And it's because for us...
Less filters.
Yes, less filters. For us, it's a safer place. And because you can easily decide not to sign up if you don't feel like hearing those channelings and that information that might be a little bit harder for other people to accept sometimes. So we have both options. Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next week with a new episode. Thanks for listening, and have a great week, guys. Bye.
Thank you.